Hey there awesome people. Welcome to my unique Think channel. I'm thrilled to have you here. Today we've got the World Cup triumphs and heartbreaks Australia's rollercoaster cricket journey on the menu. So grab your favorite snack, get comfy, and let's dive into the breaking records and hearts the incredible evolution of Australian cricket together. Let's roll. The history of Australian cricket is a rich tapestry that spans more than 150 years. From its humble beginnings in the early 19th century to becoming one of the powerhouses of world cricket, Australia's cricketing journey is marked by triumphs, controversies, and the emergence of legendary players. In this comprehensive exploration, we'll delve into the key phases and events that have shaped Australian cricket. Early years, 1800 to 1877, cricket arrived in Australia with the British settlers, and the first recorded match took place in 1803 in Sydney. The sport gained popularity, and by the mid-19th century, cricket clubs were established across the colonies. In 1856, the Melbourne Cricket Club, MCC, was founded. And it played a pivotal role in the development of the game. The first ever intercolonial match occurred in 1851 between New South Wales and Victoria. This laid the foundation for the interstate rivalry that continues to this day. The first Australian cricket team to tour England was in 1868, led by Charles Lawrence. The team, composed mainly of Indigenous players, made a significant impact, paving the way for future tours. Test cricket debut, 1877 to 1902. The journey of Australian cricket into the international arena began with the first Test match in 1877 between Australia and England at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG. Charles Bannerman scored the first century in Test cricket. A momentous achievement in Australian cricket history. In 1882, the famous Ashes series originated when Australia defeated England at the Oval, leading to the creation of the Ashes urn. Australia's early Test performances were inconsistent, but the team gradually found its footing. The golden age of Australian cricket emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, with players like Victor Trumper, Monty Noble, and Clem Hill making significant contributions. Bradman Era, 1928 to 1948, the interwar period saw the emergence of Sir Donald Bradman, arguably the greatest batsman in the history of cricket. Bradman made his Test debut in 1928 and quickly established himself as a run-scoring machine. The 1930 Bodyline series against England, where bowlers used controversial tactics to curb Bradman's dominance, remains a pivotal moment in cricket history. Australia's cricket suffered during World War II, but post-war, they resumed their dominance under Bradman's leadership. His career culminated in the famous 1948 Invincibles tour of England, where Australia went unbeaten throughout the tour. Post-Bradman Era and Rise of the Pace Quartet, 1948-1970s. After Bradman's retirement, Australia experienced a period of rebuilding. The 1950s and 1960s witnessed the emergence of players like Richie Benaud, Alan Davidson, and Neil Harvey. Benaud, in particular, not only led the team successfully but also revolutionized the role of the spin bowler. The late 1960s and early 1970s marked the rise of Australia's formidable pace quartet: Dennis Lillee, Jeff Thomson, Max Walker, and Gary Gilmour. They terrorized opposition batsmen with their express pace, and the 1974-75 series against England, known as the Lillee Thomson series, showcased their dominance. World Cup glory in Chappell Era, 1975-1984. The inaugural Cricket World Cup in 1975 saw Australia reach the final. But they were defeated by West Indies. However, Australia's time would come as they clinched their first World Cup in 1987 under the captaincy of Alan Border. Border played a crucial role in shaping Australian cricket, instilling a sense of professionalism and resilience. The Chappell brothers, Ian, Greg, and Trevor, were influential during this era. The controversial underarm incident in 1981, where Trevor Chappell bowled an underarm delivery to prevent New Zealand from scoring a six, remains one of the darkest moments in Australian cricket history. Dominance in the 1990s and 2000s. The 1990s marked a golden era for Australian cricket, with a team led by Mark Taylor and later by Steve Waugh. The Australian team became a powerhouse, dominating Test and One-Day International (ODI) cricket. The likes of Shane Warne, Glenn McGrath, Ricky Ponting, and Adam Gilchrist became cricketing legends. Australia won 3 consecutive World Cups in 1999, 2003, and 2007, establishing themselves as the premier team in international cricket. The team's success was characterized by a strong team ethic, outstanding individual performances, and innovative strategies. The Waponting transition, late 1990s to 2000s. The late 1990s saw a transition in leadership from Steve Waugh to Ricky Ponting. Under Ponting's captaincy, Australia continued its dominance, achieving a record-breaking 16 consecutive Test victories. The team's success was built on a formidable batting lineup, a world-class bowling attack, and exceptional fielding standards. The 2005 Ashes series, however, marked a turning point as Australia lost to England, ending their long unbeaten streak in Test matches. Despite this setback, Australia remained a force to be reckoned with in international cricket. Recent years, 2010s to 2020s, the 2010s witnessed a period of transition as several key players retired, including Ricky Ponting, Michael Clarke, and Shane Warne. New faces like Steve Smith, David Warner, and Mitchell Starc took center stage, contributing to Australia's success in the Test and ODI formats. Australia's triumph in the 2015 Cricket World Cup, hosted jointly with New Zealand, further solidified their standing in world cricket. The ball tampering scandal in 2018, where Steve Smith, David Warner, and Cameron Bancroft were involved in altering the condition of the ball during a Test match against South Africa, led to suspensions and a significant image crisis for Australian cricket. Australian cricket has a storied history, marked by periods of dominance, individual brilliance, and occasional controversies. From the early matches on the colonial fields to the modern arenas hosting international tournaments, cricket has evolved into a national passion in Australia. The legacy of legendary players like Bradman, Border, Ponting, and the current generation ensures that Australian cricket remains a force to be reckoned with on the global stage. As the sport continues to evolve, the spirit and resilience that define Australian cricket are sure to endure, shaping the future of the game in the land down under. Hey, thanks a bunch for hanging out with me in this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button so we can keep the good times rolling. Keep chasing your dreams. Until next time, take care and keep shining.